Hello, everyone. We're talking angels today. That's what we're doing. So, we're going to talk about angels. So, hope everybody is great today. We're talking about angels, mainly one particular angel today that I will be bringing up. And because I asked, I put it out there and I said, what angel should I talk about? And well, last night he came in and I was like, okay, cool. Like you've come in before. And then I was like, okay, and then I was sent a lovely little video from Candace and I was watching it and he came in again. Fancy that. Hmm. Hmm. So we gotta love when he keeps showing up. And he's pretty big. He's pretty big. He's a big dude. He's very um and he did come up a lot when I was teaching one of my classes too, to a few of us during the class. And he's one that I feel he's making more of a presence than what he has been before. And he's, maybe not the very first one that you think about for bringing in an angel, like sometimes, you have different ideas. Everybody always wants to bring in Michael. God bless Michael. Love you, Michael. Yeah, I know you're the rock. We know, he comes in as my Dwayne Johnson. So there is this energy that's coming in and it's very strong. And so today, before I bring him in and introduce him, let's, look at where the sun is. The sun's still in Gemini. So we have the sun in Gemini for the 2 more days before we come into the summer solstice. And the summer solstice is on Sunday. And we have the moon in Libra. So we have, this energy. No, it's not Gabriel, Dana. Everybody's going to start guessing now. And we have the moon in Libra. So it's a very balancing day. There's still a lot of rambunctiousness and overwhelmness and maybe a little bit of anger going on, but it is I'm going to call it, and I did this morning during my morning meditation, I called it a yummy day. Don't you love that? Just a yummy day. How Jupiterian is that? A yummy scrumptious day. So that's what we want to bring in, is the yummy scrumptiousness. We want to bring in that energy. And as we're bringing in this energy, the very first card, I pulled out a new deck today. Not a new deck, but a deck that's okay. I have 100 decks. So I have, the ones that I usually go for is my tarot deck, but this one was the Black Moon Astrology deck that I brought out, and it's published by Blue Angel. Go figure. Blue Angel. I'm teaching about the blue flame. Okay. Yes. Just so much synchronicity that is coming in for me. It is fantastic. And it's overwhelming as well. It's fantastic, yet overwhelming. So anyway, so first, the card that I pulled out was the 10th house. Now, the 10th house is Capricorn. And it says New World here. Now, Capricorn can bring in temptations. Capricorn is this mundane world. But I love how this is done because it says the new world and what that new world is. And the last time, they talked about the new world, or I'm going to call it says the world, but I keep on saying new world. Funny that. Another synchronicity. The last time we're talking about the adventures of a new world was back in the 1500s. Where they were searching for a new world, and they found it. They found it through the Caribbean. They found it through landing on the shores of North America and discovering a new world. And this is where we are. We're on the brick, opening the door of finding a new world. And with that finding of a new world, we have a lot of anger. Yeah, there's anger. There's anger. And we were talking about that last night in the fairy course. I love how things work together. And in our fairy workshop last night, and part of that fairy workshop, we were talking about the dark heart. And the dark heart isn't anything bad. The dark heart is going into the depths, into the essence of the universe. The universe is dark. I mean, when you look into the sky, when you fly out into space, it's dark, right? It's, we're going into that space of coming towards and grabbing hold of this energy, this newness, this energy that has us to push forward, but push forward because remember yesterday I was talking about Mercury at 17 degrees. That pushes us forward to a place that brings the anger into a maturity, not into a destruction. And that's the difference. So there's an anger that's coming in, but that anger, there's a lower form of it, always there's a higher and a lower. It's bringing in and that first awakening or that first light that's coming in for people, and the anger it's the anger that wants to dismantle everything. Total Uranian, which has to do with the angel that I'm talking about that's going to come in. And it's totally Uranian. And Uranian energy is newness. Let's break it down. Let's start something new. Let's bring this new energy and let's just fuck all of it. Let's just dismantle it all. Well, that's why he's squaring off Mr. Saturn, because Saturn comes in and he says, well, you can't just dismantle it all, Dad. I mean, that's pretty fucking stupid, isn't it? And so they're having a little bit of an argument right now. And in that, they're forming a grand trine. Yeah, a grand trine. So there's this grand trine that's being formed right now. And the grand trine is very much this energy that's coming forth that is having us take a look at things. And it's a mutable grand trine, or it's an air grand trine. That's what I mean. Not mutable, it's an air grand trine. So there's this air, this intellect, this energy of newness that wants to come in, that wants to create this change and wants to disrupt things and bring this into newness. There you go. That's my, and that's where this card comes in. And the little proverb that goes with this one is by Saint Augustine. Now, let me do a little backplay because Saint Augustine is so Uranian. Saint Augustine was, he was a badass. He was a badass guy. He actually, went out and was squandering his money and getting drunk and spending money and being the playboy, and was raised, somewhat in a Christian. And at that time, Christianity was split, like the Catholic, well, we'll call it the Catholic Church because that was the church of the time, was split. So the split was with the way that the church is now forming with the Old Testament. And then there was a new energy, and St. Augustine was kind of following that new kind of energy too, of this new church. But the new one was where they were just going to follow the teachings of Jesus. That's it. That's it. They were going to follow the teachings of Jesus. Now, what does that mean? Now, don't anybody leave. Come on back. Come on back. That means that in following those teachings, that they weren't going to look at the Old Testament. They were following just what he had to say, coming in with love, coming together with unity, wanting to bring in where we respect and love everybody. And so that was the energy, with St. Augustine. He sort of was looking at that and studying. He was a brilliant man. And through it, and I think because of some of the swaying that came in, he was swayed to the other side to create a community, to create a unity. And he knew that a unity had to be brought forth. And so he brought in some of the old teachings when he got enlightened. And that was one of the things, is that he did get enlightened. He stopped his playboy ways, and began a lot of teachings of the church and the teachings of Jesus. And in bringing that, one of the things he says, the desire for fame tempts even the noble minds. And he understood that because, to study Saint Augustine is interesting because he is, not all saints were saints before they were saints. They have a past. And so he did have somewhat of a past. Anyways, got off on a little bit. But the 10th house in the zodiac is very masculine. It's a very masculine energy, right? And bringing that masculine energy forward. And that forward masculine energy is like, we're going to create this new world. We want to create this new world. We want to have power, your position of power and how you thrust it in. Now, some of that can be very, bringing that in to create something new can be a very robust desire to do something and very masculine. And we don't want to diss that energy. We want to embrace some of it. But there's also the other side where it can get very crazy, where it can dismantle everything and bring and force everything down. So there is this energy that's coming forth, and it is the world. It is, this is a representation of the world card of bringing in newness. We want to bring in the newness, but no word of a lie. The other card that came in was Mercury retrograde, meaning that there's a reinvention. I love this. This is very Uranian. That we're bringing in a reinvention. Mercury retrograde in Gemini is asking questions. How are we going to rebuild it? What is it going to look like? Are you sure you can do it that way? So here he comes in and he says, okay, let's look at this. We want to do a reinvention. We want to do a revision of what we want of this world. What does that look like? Like, let's get down and dirty with this and take a really deep look with it. And with that energy that comes in, hang on here. One thing about this book, it's like printed on cheaper paper. Mishaps are like knives. Mishaps are like knives that either serve us or cut us as we grasp them by the blade or by the handle. We talked about that last night. Oh my God. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Because the knife, just like anything else, we can cut it or we can get cut. And with Mercury retrograde, this is coming in, and whether we go forward with some new thoughts, but how we are going forward with the new thoughts can be where Gemini is a trickster. So Hermes is the Olympian god, and he's a little bit of a prankster. There's a little bit of a Loki-ness to him too. I know somebody asked me that before. There's a little bit of a Loki-ness to him. But Mercury as Hermes conveys information. There's information. So if you watched, I think it's called Poseidon or the Son of Poseidon, and he's a demigod. His dad is Poseidon. Anyways, it's kind of like a kid's show, but it's one about gods. But anyways, they go on this venture. They have to go and they find that Hermes was he owns FedEx. So Hermes owns FedEx. I mean, he sends out information and packages all over the place, right? So Mercury can be unpredictable when he's in retrograde, let alone being retrograde in Gemini and being the ruler of the chart right now. So there's all of this energy of renewal and reinvention and listen to this new way and bringing up so much information that, in order to create the world might bring us into a little bit of anger, a little bit of overwhelmness, and that we want to do it now and fuck everybody, right? Rawr! That would be an awesome if the Marvel Comics made a tarot deck. I think they did. Check that out, because I think there is a Marvel comic tarot deck. I think there is, if I'm not mistaken. So this is where it's coming in, and this is where it's like we got to revision and reinvention. So we got to re-envision it. We got to re-envision how we want this world. Yes, anger comes in, but anger has to be used in a way that creates not just dismantle, not just destroy. Because you can't have brand new shit, all this stuff, let's dismantle, let's tear it all down, without having somewhat of a structure. We need the 10th house. The 10th house in this world, we need it. We live in a 3D world. Even though some of us don't want to be here. Sorry, you signed up to be in this world, so get your ass down here. Ground. This is where we're coming in. And in comes the moon, the soul. So the soul comes in because we have to have the soul with us. We have to have the energy of that moon. We have to have that energy. And that's where that Libra energy comes in right now. And the Libra energy comes in because it's saying to us that we need to have that balance. And Saint Teresa of Avila, love this. All things must come to the soul from its roots, from where it is planted. What does your gut say? What does your gut say? Now, as I say that, the energy that came in for me is Archangel Metatron. Metatron is a very powerful angel. He's the angel of sacred geometry. He brings in transformation and change. He's the angel that brings forth, he is the fool. He's the one who starts off on new journeys to open the doorways of these new journeys. How perfect with these cards that Metatron came in. And as I say, this is like, I mean, to me, there's no coincidence. There is a synchronicity with energies of how things are determined or predetermined. Yes, we might have made, an introduction or met somebody years ago and how that interplays with what is coming forward for us now, or a conversation that you had. It is all within that sacredness and within that sacred energy that's coming forth. This beautiful Christ golden light that is coming forth for us all, for bringing us into this transformation, having us tap into this power and bring forth our blue flame. Now, I got more information. Hang on. We have with Metatron is the angel of Constance, the Archaea of Constance. She's beautiful. This is about universal ascension. The colors are orange and gold. The golden light of Christ. So in comes this golden light, and with that comes the silver, the purple, and get this, the indigo and the black. The indigo and the black. So if anybody was in my fairy thing last night, here it comes, baby. That indigo and black, and has the greatest healing influence over the stellar gateway and the soul star gateway. This is absolutely fabulous because in this gateway, in this opening, we are working with this. And in the video that was sent to me, they were talking about the gateway, which was August 8th. So what do I do? And I'm just like, okay, what's August 8th? Holy shit bomb. It's a Sunday. Well, not that, but the astrology for that day is through the roof. It is through the roof. It is such an active energy of change on that day, and oppositions that are coming in, because the energy is going to be opposing Saturn and Jupiter with that energy, and Mars will be in Virgo. So we have this energy that's coming in, that's making the changes. Venus is going to be heading off out of, like, she does not like to be in Virgo, just by the way. I mean, that's not one of her favorite places to be. I mean, she's a princess, she's a queen, she's a goddess. She doesn't want to be in there. I love you all, but hey, I like things. I don't like, she's not the one who always wants to serve people. She wants to be served. So there's this energy that's coming in. And with the Archaea of Constance is connected to Metatron via the Merkaba. The Merkaba is that of the heart. So bringing in the energies of the heart. The Merkaba is a triangle up and a triangle down, which is the Star of David. So the symbolism is all there. And it comes in with this energy of Visha Pisces. Visha Pisces. That holds between her hands. I mean, this energy that she holds of transformation and change. And it is the womb, it is the portal, and bringing in the sacred geometry and bringing in this energy of golden light. So we're coming into this energy of golden light, and it's absolutely phenomenal. And with that energy comes in, for us, a healing. And it's huge. And it's a healing of our heart chakra. It is a healing that allows us to work closely with the new children that are coming in. This energy of bringing in highly intuitive, sensitive energies and enjoying life with this energy of unconditional love. We bring in the crystal children, the rainbow children, and the indigo children, and allowing for this blessings to come forth for them. The energy of working with Metatron and Constance is bringing in the sacredness and the sacredness of geometry. You can go and you can Google Metatron's cube and you can look it up. Totally awesome. And begin to either, you can draw it if you want to, you can draw it or you can print it out and print that sacred geometry out and have it somewhere, post it so you can look at it. So that's the other thing today. It's like, so if you can get a picture of Metatron, just hang on here, don't go anywhere. Got to move my mic. Sorry about that. Metatron's cube. Metatron. Now, Metatron's cube, I just want to get a picture of it. So, hold on. So you can Google some of these, and I'll share the picture here with you. It's on Etsy, but so you can Google Metatron's cube, and so that you'll have an idea. I want to share a screen, not a video file. So this is Metatron's cube. And so you can, this one is on Etsy. So it's a digital download. There's different ones, different ones. You can even get it in a necklace if you want. A stencil. I like the stencil. But this energy of bringing this energy in, and you can see all the different lines that are coming in and joining. All these lines join in some way to one another to go into the outside here. Bringing this energy in and have it posted somewhere. Have it posted. Have this posted somewhere by where you work. And the reason being is that it's an activation and it's going to help to activate. If you have maybe sacred geometry cards, right? So if you have sacred geometry cards, you can maybe pull out the Metatron cube card and pull that out. There is also books and things like that that you are able to purchase or look at if you wish. All right. So bringing that in, also bringing in the Archaea of Constance. And bringing her energy in is allowing for us to connect with the new world. This is absolutely fabulous. And yes, for those who have not taken any of my angel classes, I will be teaching the Archaea class again in September. So the Archaea class of the archangels, the female archangels, the energies, I'll be teaching again in September. Bringing that in, and I might even be, and I'm looking at adding sort of a planetary energy with that. So like with Metatron, it's Uranus. So Uranus works with both of those angels, right? So bringing that energy of newness and renewal and vibration, and it's electrical, right? So bringing in that electrical energy with that. So your mantra for today is I am ready to rise. I am ready to rise. So bringing in the energy of I am ready to rise with Archangel Metatron and the Archaea of Constance. And bringing that forth just allows us to bring in this ascension of, we can't help, it's for us to bring in a creation and for allowing us to bring in that creation. This is a source of us to embody and understand our soul awakening. We're living in a 3D world, right? So we're living in a 3D human driven life. And when our soul chooses raising our awareness. Now, with everything that's happened, from last year, 2019, I'm going to go all the way back to 2016, where a lot of energy started to come in a lot, 2016, even 2012, going back to 2010. Right? So there's this energy that has been gradually building, gradually building, gradually building, gradually building, gradually building. And here we are, and it's still building. It's still building. Like we're still building this. But the thing is, the beautiful part is in this building and what we are doing is that we are wanting to harness this so that we can have our soul discovery. So many people are still going through the soul discovery where we remember our being and explore different forms of spirituality, allowing our path and our flow to come in. So many of you have been searching, looking at different pathways and coming into where we are soul embodiment, the 5D. This is where we are refining and expanding our vibration as a unified human being. Our heart chakra goes out, I think it's over 500 feet plus. Our aura can expand up to 15 miles. And I know he said that in the video this morning, but I already knew that. So our aura, our energy field, can expand up. So you got to think of what's in that field of expansion, right? That's why many of you, yes, get overwhelmed. Yes, there's so much, you're picking up things. Well, we're expansion to 15 miles. And in that expansion, for many of you, especially my millennials, okay, you guys, I'm going to speak to you. You are the energy you are the energy. The next ones that are coming in are the vibrationals, but you are the energy holders. So think of what you have to put into your energy. No wonder you're exhausted. No wonder it's hard for you to hold down a relationship or do a regular job. Or if you do have children, to raise children. Many millennials have chosen not to have children or find it difficult to get pregnant because they have to hold this energy down. Does that make sense to you? Because, as I'm talking about this and coming into this energy, I feel very lightheaded. I can feel the transition coming in. Now, those of us who've come in before, who are the baby boomers, or the ones who are not, some of us might be 60-ish, in our 60s, but I'd say between about 45 or so. Maybe some 40-year-olds. It's hard to put a number on it. But in that way, we are also here to hold that vibration. The next generation is to extend that vibration with the 5D. So this is creative consciousness within all our life, being in the mindfulness, being in the here and the now. That's why working with the blue flame, tapping into the energy of the blue flame, it's one of the reasons why I'm teaching it next month, right? Is for us to understand this is how we are bringing this energy in, tapping it, bringing in some beautiful rituals with that are simple, easy, and allowing us to move into a flow with all of this. Because as this energy during the summer is going to be very concentrated, very very filled, like it's going to be like a really thick slushy. There's going to be some juiciness, but it's one of those slushies that have sweet and sour in it. So I don't know if you've ever had one of those sourpuss slushies. You get nice, it's nice and sweet, and then you get sour and you just, whoa, and you're just like, oh, like, anyways, that's what I do. That's where this is what's happening. So it's a very concentrated thickness that's coming in. In August, it kind of breaks out. But as we come into September and October, there is huge change coming in. Because in October, everything starts going direct. Boom, 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 boom. So we have a lot of energies going direct. The big guys are going direct. And that's going to bring in some newness. And with that, this is what I want to do for this summer, is that I'm not going to be doing any new moon readings or full moon readings. What I want to do is that from the comfort of your home or wherever, is that I want to host meditations for this, because I find for June, July, and August, and the August 8th one is going to be around the 6th or the 7th is the new moon in August. The 8th is the energy, it's just going waxing. So we're just coming out of that new moon energy. We want to anchor this energy in utilizing sacred geometry, using meditations, and allowing for us to set into motion our light. All right. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be hosting it during the day, not in the evening. It'll be the one I'm hosting is on Wednesday, and it's going to be at noon, and it's going to be recorded. So if you can't make it for noon, then you can get the recording. They will be $25. So $25 if you are wanting to join me or get the recording. This is allowing us to bring in and anchor the 5D states of dimension that are coming forth, and allowing ourselves to be able to walk away from the old controlling. Now that's where the anger comes in, because many who are awakening right now are fighting. They're just like, gotta fight them, gotta punch them down, burn it down. That's the old way. So we are wanting to create a new thought form, a new energy form, saying, okay, yes, you're angry. How can we utilize that anger in a very positive way, coming into this darkness, coming into this dark-heartedness of light, bringing that light into it where it flows. There's a flowing. It's not where this is like, it seems dense, but it's not. There's a very beautiful energetic flow between the two of the light and the dark, and allowing us to transmute it into the new consciousness. Hope that makes sense. Don't ask me to repeat what I just said. Okay? Oh, way to go. Congratulations, Amanda. Amanda's been doing the meditations with me each morning, and her job that she's been wanting came through. Congratulations. Blessings to you. That is, yes. And that's the thing, and plus I will be starting the new meditation July 5th. There's a lot of things happening in July. So July 5th, I start the new meditation, and it's going to help with any releasement that you need to still, to release, to continue that flow. So we have that. Okay, wonderful. And this is where we are rising in grace. And that's the other word. It's flow and grace keep coming in, right? Flow and grace. So we want to bring in the flow. We want to bring in the grace, right? And the grace is where reminds us that we never need to rush. That's the beauty of this energy, where we don't need to push And that's I mean, this is me. I'm learning this too, where I don't need to push, push, push. This is about us having to come into a flow, having us come into this grace of energy. And that's with Archangel Metatron and the Arche of Constance, having us coming into this beautifulness so that it's effort or control, where we never have to rush this ascension. And this is where we come in that we don't need to suffer and sacrifice. Remember, there's a difference between pain and suffering. Pain, the suffering is when we hang on to the pain and we live in the pain constantly and never allowing it to release. This is allowing us to release and invites us into a synchronicity and a grace, allows us with the ebb and the flow of the rhythms of our soul and our soul's calling. That's where we're heading. And it can trigger us in such a way. It can trigger us where, that anger or that frustration comes in. But you know what? The moment we step back into our gratitude, we can see where we can harness this energy to create the positive, to create this newness, to create a energy of divine wisdom. And by leaning into grace, we learn to stay in the moment, to fully appreciate everything that's taking place. We understand that everything is happening exactly the way it is supposed to happen. So remember that everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. It may seem disruptive and crazy and, why is that happening? Why are they showing us UFOs right now? What's going on? Well, we won't get into that. There's a reason why they're doing that. It's a distraction, of course. It is a huge distraction. But that's not where we want to go. We don't want to go into that distraction. We want to come back into our alignment. And this isn't for us to be comparing us. That's why the blue flame comes in. The blue flame is where we work with this energy, but the blue flame doesn't, there is no karmic energy within that blue flame, meaning that relationships, when you meet somebody or you're going through something, there's always some kind of karmic tie that has to be worked out, or something that has to be released between you and somebody else, or whatever it is, or you're there to be their guide for the time being, or however long it is. So there's that karmic energy that comes in with it, or a lesson that comes in with it, or growth that has to come with it. With the blue flame, it's a flow. It's tapping into that power of that divine wisdom, of that knowingness, and coming into the full appreciation that everything that's taking place is taking place, and that you are going through it, and you're going to go through it with a flow. You may not understand how you're going through it. You may not understand how it unfolds. And that could be with anything. It could be with a new job. It could be with a new relationship. It could be with whatever you're doing. That's where the blue flame comes in. And it gets ignited so that we are coming into that synchronicity of it. And this is where we, this constance comes in and guides us to replace the should with trusting and intuition, where you say, I should be doing this. I shouldn't be doing that. I should be working. I should. It's like, no, I'm flowing with this. I'm allowing this. Different language, different energy. Change the language, change the energy. You change the flow. And that's what we're going into. And that's why the classes that I'm going to be teaching, the tapping into your power with the blue flame, that's one of the reasons why that's coming in. the classes that will be coming in September, the Journey Club and the Archaea of Constance is going to be coming in. This is why other classes are going to be coming in with planetary energy, because it's getting us to have more of an understanding of as above. The more we understand more of the planets and how they are flowing, why they are aligning, because everything aligns up in perfect harmony. In a perfect harmony, where we might think it's like, what the hell? Our Mercury retrograde, stop it! I don't want that. To say, Mercury retrograde, give me this time. I get to really look into some beautiful energy right now and look at a reinvention, look at a revisement, taking that energy. Now we're looking at it in a different way. Maybe I'm going to have I'll back up my stuff and that, but this is going to allow me the time to complete things, coming into a flow where we're not saying that you have to stop everything that you do, but you end up looking at it with fresh eyes. You look at it with this unicorn energy of uniqueness. Of course, the unicorns come in. This and coming in where we are allowing ourselves to come into that magical energy, and that journey of ascension is going to become smoother for us. And we are able to sail through it in a more loving way, and having us standing firm in what we are energy is, standing firm in our grounding, making sure we are grounded, because being grounded is allowing us to go in our flow. When we're up here, it's like, oh my God, okay, let me cleanse. Let me cleanse. Let me bring this energy down. Just allow me to just remove whatever, and allow my head to be clear so that I'm able to receive fully and completely what needs to be transmuted within me, and bringing that light into this full immersion of alignment. This is where it's heading. Now, many are sort of like walking around wondering what the hell to do, or I don't want to do this. I just want to I want to line up. Give me the fucking jab. I'm going to get on with my life and fuck everything. I don't want to hear any of this bullshit. There's going to be a lot like that are out there. That's the other energy. That's where you don't want to go. And it's like, okay, sending you love and light. God bless you. But I still have to continue upon my road, because I need to hold that light. I need to hold that light. I need to hold that vibrational energy out, so that those who are awakening or looking for guidance knows, and they can find that beacon. Never know how people find me. Somebody tells them about me, they call me up, somebody, there's where, they stumble upon my YouTube page, or they stumble upon my Facebook, however it happens. They're meant to come into that alignment for some reason. They're meant to come into, oh, what is she doing? Oh, she's got a full moon meditation. Ooh, I want to find out more about this. So finding out more about the full moon meditation, I'll have it up on my Facebook page. I'll have like little memes and stuff that I'll be placing up. I am not setting up a what are they? Anyways, I guess I'm not supposed to remember what it is, but I'll just be posting it up on my page on a regular on Instagram and on that, and on TikTok. That's what I'll be doing. It's just posting it up like that. So I'm not going to be doing it like an event, because they've changed a lot how events are done, and I don't like it. So anyways, so I'll flow away from it. Find other ways. So with Constantine and Metatron help us to decode the sacred geometric shapes, so that we may apply their wisdom, and Constance connected to Metatron via the Metatron cube. The sacred symbols show, are that come in for us, and bringing that energy forth for us. So this energy is pretty gnarly. And it works with the 13 chakra systems. So we have the 7 chakra systems. And then if you've taken the karmic release, we're working with that energy and bringing that energy down and through us. So it's it's just absolutely fabulous. And it helps us with so much that we are moving towards. People. So call in Archangel Metatron and the Arche of Constance today. Bring in that energy. And there is, just one second, this other symbol. This is the other symbol that comes with Constantine. I just want to pull this up. There we go. This is show you this picture. So you see this. This is the Visca Piace. So that's one of the other symbols that is coming in too. So you notice all the pyramids going up and then the pyramids going down. And then here we got the flower of life. So it is a very let's see if you powerful, like you start off with the 2 interlocking and then bringing in that energy. There's different ones that oh, well, we're not going to go into that. But this one here is very beautiful. So you start off with 2 interlocking circles. And if you notice that, that's kind of like the eye. And then you have the triangles and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 up and then 4 down. And then you got the flower of life there. Whew. Boy, crazy. Stop the share. So that's, yeah. So those are the 2 symbols to be working with. And if you can find ones that you can print out, or if you're a fabulous artist, or you can print them out and then maybe sketch them onto your, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Print it off and you can use that as a guide, so that you can trace it onto your, whatever you want, if you want to paint it and do a painting of it. I think I might be doing that today. I was going to work on the course today, but I keep on getting that I need to paint. So I'm going to paint today. I'm going to honor that. And I'm going to do some painting today, and work on some of the paintings. And then tomorrow I'll do my other stuff. So yeah. Oh, I'm overwhelmed. I just love it. I love it. I love all of this energy and I want to come into it. This is energy that's embodying not only the golden Atlantis, but the Lemurian energy as well. So we're coming into both of these energies joint. And Candace isn't here right now with us, but she showed me Lemurian cards. God bless Candace. She shows me these things and I'm just like, I want them. As if I need another deck of cards. But these Lemurian cards are absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I want you guys all to have a fabulous day. Full moon meditation this Thursday at noon. So if you are wanting to join me for this meditation, we are going to be having, it's only going to be 1 hour. It's going to be 1 hour. And talk about the energies because it's going to be a full moon in Capricorn. We'll talk about a little bit about the energies, and then we're going to do a meditation, and then a little bit of during that time of journaling, and then maybe a little bit of sharing at the end. All right. Have a blessed one. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, in all that you be, in all that you do. Calling forth Archangel Metatron, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Metatron. The Archea of Constance, the Archea of Constance, the Archea of Constance, to come forth and be with us throughout our day, to watch over us, guide us, and help us all to enlighten to the newness and the renewal of our life. Blessed be everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of my morning, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.